Many people today are suffering from diseases that can't be cured or are not likely to be cured. All of them are certainly suffering. One of these people was Brittany Maynard. After months of suffering from headaches, Maynard learned on New Year's Day of 2014 that she had brain cancer. After many more months with constant pain, Maynard eventually moved to Oregon, where euthanasia is legalized. She celebrated her husband's birthday, and then on November 1st, 2014, she committed assisted suicide. Maynard was an advocate for the right to die. She told CNN before her death, "Having this choice at the end of my life has become extremely important. It has given me a sense of peace during a time that would otherwise be dominated by fear, uncertainty, and pain." Maynard is one of the many people suffering from diseases that can't be cured and that are causing people lots of pain. I am here to advocate that euthanasia should be legal in all 50 states of the United States of America. So what is euthanasia? Euthanasia is known as the painless killing of a patient who is terminally ill. It can also be known as assisted suicide. Being terminally ill means that you have a disease that can't be cured and that is causing you lots of pain. Euthanasia has been an idea for many years, but lots of places outlaw it. However, recently, some places in the United States have begun to legalize it. As of today, euthanasia is legal in Washington, Oregon, and Vermont. On October 5th, 2015, California State Governor Jerry Brown signed a bill to make California the 4th state to allow euthanasia. With euthanasia being legalized, it will solve the problem of people suffering with no cure. Another person who committed assisted suicide was Sue Rodriguez. She was slowly dying of Lou Gehrig's disease and was told that her muscles were slowly failing and one day she would choke to death while being fully conscious. Rodriguez lived in fear for the rest of her life, not knowing when this fatal moment would happen. She went to bed each night, not knowing if she would wake up in the morning. She woke up each morning, not knowing if she was going to be able to go to bed in the night. Living in fear is one of the worst things that we can feel. Some of us feel afraid of spiders, roller coasters, or heights, just to name a few. But however, we only feel this fear when we are in contact with this fear. Sue Rodriguez was a person who was afraid of roller coasters, but was on a roller coaster every second and every moment of her entire life. There is no medicine for fear, uncertainty, and sadness. In the end, Rodriguez ended up committing assisted suicide with a doctor who had to help her illegally in order to help end her suffering and pain. Lots of us know someone that has passed away. Some people pass away peacefully, while others are not so fortunate and suffer until their death. Wouldn't you feel better if someone that you personally knew had died peacefully, that they had lived their final moments of life in peace? The answer is obviously yes. Dying in peace gives the patient a sense of relief, and it also gives a sense of relief to the patient's loved ones. We can't imagine the pain people feel. If we know a friend who recently lost one of their family members, we feel sad for them. We cannot come close to imagining the grief and the pain that they feel. The same is true for terminally ill diseases. Some of us may have had broken bones, or maybe we've had a really bad sickness. But none of us have ever felt the pain of a terminally ill disease, or wouldn't be here right now. Euthanasia is yet another solution to this problem. Valentina Maria was a teenager with a disease, cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is a disease where the patient's lungs are constantly filled with mucus. It also limits the patient's ability to breathe. Maria and her family lived in Chile, where euthanasia is illegal. Her brother had died of the same disease when he was only a little boy. Maria made a video to the Chilean government pleading for the permission to be euthanized and posted it on YouTube. The video went viral, and lots of people saw her life-changing video. Eventually, Chile's president, Michelle Bachelet, came out and visited her. However, still, even after the president left, the Chilean government denied her the right to be euthanized. Only 2 months after the president had left, she passed away. If euthanasia had been legal, she wouldn't have suffered. People who oppose euthanasia bring up lots of points. For example, one of them is that there could be advances in medicine that could help us find a cure. However, what really are the chances of rapidly finding a cure for a disease that we've been searching for so many years. Let's say you're diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer and only given 6 months to live. In those 6 months, you are going to suffer more than you can even think of. You don't even know how much pain is going to be caused. Would you rather live those 6 months out, feel all the pain, and feel the pain that is unimaginable, and at the very end of your life, there was no cure ever found? Or would you rather die peacefully and live your final moments of life in peace? The chances of finding a cure for this terminally ill disease is very unlikely. Another idea people who oppose euthanasia bring to the table is that there are a vast amount of medicines to help subdue the patient's amount of pain. But is this really fair to do to a person? The patient could be on so many medicines that they don't remember who they are. Their family may come and visit them for the last time, and they don't even know who they are. Their friends may come in and visit them, also for the last time, and the patient can't recognize them. The memories they made are shattered. In the end, the person is a shadow of themselves and doesn't even know who they are by this point in their lives. A big problem with euthanasia are the doctors. People say that the doctors could abuse the right to give patients the right to be euthanized. Like every practice of medicine, education will be required. And also like every practice of medicine, a mistake will almost certainly be made. However, if we look into the future and in the long run, euthanasia could be perfected as a practice and help a lot of people. In conclusion, euthanasia will be a wonderful treatment for those who are suffering from terminally ill diseases. They won't have to be that person with the unimaginable pain, or the person who is afraid of heights and is on top of a skyscraper every second and every moment of their entire lives. The pain that we cannot imagine for them will be gone. People such as Sue Rodriguez, Brittany Maynard, or Valentina Maria could live their final moments of life in peace. Mike Kundera once said, "Dogs do not have many advantages over people, but one of them is extremely important. Dogs have the right to be euthanized. They have the right to a merciful death." Jack Kevorkian, one of the founders of euthanasia, said, "Dying is not a crime." So many people today in this world suffer. They suffer from hunger, diseases, or thirst, just to name a few. However, if we solve euthanasia, we will be solving one of the world's greatest problems. Starting with the US can be a stepping stone. For the reasons I stated today, euthanasia should be legal in all 50 states of the United States of America. Thank you.